Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Hello. Right now the time is approximately 7:43 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Wednesday, August 12th, 2020. So, I just finished recording some of the highlights about my Philadelphia vacation, and I wanted to mention one of the things that I received while I was away in Philadelphia was, I almost can hear a drum roll in my mind, but it's not that necessary. So, I received my copy of Llewellyn's 2021 Tarot Calendar. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the cover. It's gorgeous! It's this beautiful, bright, shining red. I'm very happy with it. And I'm going to do a quick overview of the months, so you know what to expect. So, we're going to start with January. Now, I must admit, January, actually, you know what, let me get my reading glasses. January is my birthday month, so I'm always curious about what's happening in January. So, anyway, so for January 2021, the Ten of Cups is highlighted, and it's from the Tarot of the Little Prince. And I must admit, I've gone back and forth with like wanting to buy this deck, not buy this deck, but you know, as a child, I remember watching a cartoon version of the Tarot of the Little Prince, and the Little Prince's demeanor and energy really touched my heart in many ways. So, and for in the interest of time, I'm not going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of all of this, because we both know that once I start working with this calendar next year, there'll be close-ups galore. And there is a 4-card spread, so who knows, I might actually give myself this deck as a birthday gift so that I have it in time for doing this. And I actually do want to do this video. I don't want to do these videos prior to 2021. And I definitely want, but I want to do this as close to January as possible. So, and then in February, we have the Mermaid Tarot, and specifically the Eight of Pentacles from the Mermaid Tarot, which I find interesting because, as you may recall, in Llewellyn's in Llewellyn's 2020 Tarot Calendar, the card that's featured in February for that year, for that calendar, is from the Mermaid Tarot. So I was like, well, that's interesting. Okay, and then from March 2021, we have the Temperance card from Mystical Manga Tarot. Now, I must tell you something. When it comes to manga, I don't have a love-hate relationship. I have a I wish I liked you more relationship. You know, it's the thing that I've experienced with the Cosmic Tribe Tarot and with the Wild Unknown Tarot. It's like, I wish I liked you more. And I don't have anything against those tarot decks. I don't hate those tarot decks. I do not dislike manga. I don't hate manga. It's just something that does not draw me. I wish it did, though. I really do wish it did. But there is a spread, and this one is called the Inner Balance Spread. It's a 5-card spread. Oh, just an FYI, the spread for January 2021 is called Home Sweet Home, and it is a 4-card spread. Okay, and there's no spread for February. March, we have the Inner Balance Spread, which is a 5-card spread. And then, for April 2020, we have the Empress card from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. And I couldn't help but smile because one of the articles in the calendar for that entry is called Mother Issues. So I'm just like... and it's funny because I just read, don't let mother issues block your connection to the Empress card on a deeper level. The Wisdom of Barbara Moore. Now for May, we have the Sun card from the Fairy Wheel Tarot, which is a tarot deck I'd never heard of before, but I must admit, I'm really digging the image. You know, any cards that depict half-naked men, you know, especially men that don't look like Twinkies, or Twinks to use the correct form, is always a good thing for me. And the spread is a 4-card spread called Warrior 2. Now, it took me a moment to think, but then I was like, that's right, there is a series of asanas called Warrior, and there's a Warrior 1 and there's a Warrior 2. And I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this card. And isn't he fun? I'm like, he's gorgeous. Like, seriously, he looks delicious. Yes. And, you know, here he is engaging in one of the asanas of the Warrior 2 spread. The Warrior 2. There's a word for series of poses. It's a series, I'm just going to use that phrase, series of asanas. So, yes. So, and I'm drawn to the imagery. Sexy fuck of a man aside, I'm drawn to the general imagery of the deck. So I think that this will be a future purchase. Okay. For June 2021, we have Tarot de la Nuit, or the Tarot of Night in English, and it depicts the Four of Swords, which is one of the most evocative Four of Swords I have ever seen. It does not have a spread. And then for July 2021, we have the Ace of Wands from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Now, I must admit, I'm kind of... Anyway, it's Latin America, it's Hispanic music, so it really, you know, I start to move. Not my usual preference of Hispanic music, because normally most of the Hispanic music I listen to is primarily Cuban from between the 1930s and the 1960s. That sounds a lot more modern than that. But anyway, so as I was saying, for July 2021, we have the Ace of Wands from the Shadowscapes Tarot, and I find it interesting that the card depicts 3 foxes. You know, fox is one of my Native American animal companions. And it's funny because there is an oracle card deck by Lucy Cavendish, but I don't remember the name of the artist, and it's called the Kitsune Tarot. I mean the Kitsune deck. The Kitsune Oracle, I'll have the correct phrasing in the description box. And even though fox is not one of my primary or even secondary animal totems, I do find myself being drawn to the fox more. You know, the cleverness, the cunning, the ingenuity, the resourcefulness. And I keep being drawn to it, especially since in the Japanese pantheon, Kitsune is the Japanese fox goddess. So it depicts a 6-card spread, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is called Growing a Gift. And I love that it actually utilizes the aces, but we'll get more to that in 2021. Anyway, so for August 2021, we have the 5 of Pentacles from the Otherkin Tarot. And it is a tarot deck that I have actually discussed with one of my all-time favorite people on the planet, the Michelle Swan Graham, who is Swan of Dreamers on YouTube. And I definitely need to give myself this tarot deck, because this is not the first time this tarot deck has come up for me. Okay, now, don't get ripped already. Now, for September 2021, we have the Magician card from the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Now, just as a sidebar, when I was in Philadelphia, I knew that one of the places that I wanted to go to is called Ritual Shop. I've been on their email distribution list for a few months, maybe like 6 or 7 months or so. Maybe a little bit more than that, I don't remember offhand, but I definitely wanted to go to Ritual Shop. And I knew that I wanted to purchase the Philly Tarot deck, because I could have easily purchased online, but I really felt like I needed to purchase the Philly Tarot deck in Philadelphia, which is in person, which is exactly what I did. And FYI, I also purchased, I forgot the exact phrasing of the deck, but it is called it's something called the Archetypes deck, and it was created and illustrated by the same woman who created and illustrated the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. The cards are gorgeous. Do not resonate with me if my life depended on it. But they resonate with my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, and that is the most important thing. Gorgeous deck, by the way. So the funny thing was, I remembered when I had received Llewellyn's 2020 tarot catalog, I kept looking at the page that depicts the Edgar Allan Poe tarot, and longingly, because, you know, right now I have the 3 tarot decks illustrated by Eugene R. Smith. I have Llewellyn's Classic Tarot. I have Tarot. I have the Wonderland. I keep going back and forth between the Wonderland Tarot and Tarot in Wonderland. Tarot in Wonderland, although I probably got it wrong again, but you know which one I mean. And I recently acquired the Animal Totem Tarot, which will be perfect for September 2020's entry of Llewellyn's 2020 Tarot calendar. So I remember looking at the page, and as soon as I saw that Eugene Smith illustrated it, I'm like, I think I need to buy this deck. And then, when I purchased the Philly Tarot, who do I see on the death card but Edgar Allan Poe? And I'm like, okay, I'm buying this deck. Not at all coincidentally, earlier when I was on Twitter earlier today, I saw that the Tarot Lady, also known as Teresa Reed, is going to do a live unboxing video of the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot on, I believe it's her Instagram Live. And yes, I am going to watch. Anyway, so of course, this depicts a 5-card spread called Your Elemental Tools. I am very excited about this spread. You know, there are so many spreads that I've seen in these calendars that are just wonderful. Just really wonderful. You can tell that, like, you know, it's a brand new calendar. Okay, so for October 2021, we have the 7 of Swords from the Darkwood Tarot, which really has this Little Red Riding Hood vibe. Like, even the symbol depicts the red hood with the white dress, as in red roses and white lilies. Does not have a spread, by the way. Okay, then we have for November 20, that was October 2021, with the 7 of Swords from the Darkwood Tarot, with the red hood and white dress symbolism and no spread. Okay, and now for November 2021, we have the Hanged Man from Tarot in Wonderland. Now I got to correct myself. Thank you, great goddess. Which depicts which features a 5-card spread called What Exactly Am I Doing? How many of you ask yourselves that question? What am I doing? What exactly am I doing? What the fuck am I doing today? How many times have you asked yourself that? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Yes. By the way, I raised my hand to say, raise your hands, you in YouTube land. For the record, my awesome audiovisual person raised his hand. I didn't need to raise my hand. But I digress. And then finally for December 2021, we have the Wizard's Tarot. And I keep forgetting to ask Dave, as in Dave, Wizards Dave, Satyr Dave, of the Wizard's Tower. I said it right for the first time. But I think that the Wizard's Tower and the Wizard's Tower, yes, not the Wizard's Tarot, the Wizard's Tower and Conjurer's Table merged their channels, and it's now crossed paths. I'm a little behind on like all the changes of the YouTube channels to which I subscribe. But anyway, I've been meaning to ask Dave what he thinks about the new Wizard's Tarot. And I probably will do more than a walkthrough with that tarot deck, but I haven't decided that yet. So, it depicts the Queen of Cups from the Wizard's Tarot, and it has the symbol, the article, the symbol. Actually focuses on 2 symbols. I didn't even notice that. Okay. No spread. And then, of course, you know, beginning your tarot journey, tarot terms, the suits of tarot, numbers in tarot, the Celtic cross spread, and the Fool's Journey explained, and about the author, the Barbara Moore, a calendar from January through April of 2022. The Wizard's Tarot was written by Barbara Moore and illustrated by Mickey Jansons. I'd forgotten that part. And then it features some different books, such as Intentional Tarot by Denise Hesselroth, and a book that has been drawing me, which is Tarot Healer by Lisa Robertson. I mean, I already have the Mermaid Tarot that she wrote, so I might as well start collecting her books. And it's funny because earlier I finally had the opportunity to join Cross Paths on their live Wednesday night readings video, which I had not been able to do in more than 2 months. And one of the tarot decks, the tarot deck that Dave was using is the Gilded Tarot Royale. Now, I happen to be a fan of Ciro Marchetti. I love, love, love his artwork. And I love what he designs, and, you know, I'm just really, really happy. So, all that being said, buy this calendar. If you have not already purchased this calendar, buy this calendar. If you don't want to spend the money and you want to tell your friends what they can give you to make you really, really happy, tell them to give you a copy of Llewellyn's 2021 Tarot Calendar. I'm very big on saying this, and I'm going to refresh your memories as to why. Up until the publication of these tarot wall calendars, Llewellyn Publications did not have a tarot-themed annual for more than a decade. And there is a 2018, there is a 2019, there is a 2020, there is a 2021, and there's Great Goddess willing, there will be a 2022. Now, I've said this publicly, and I will say it again. If after Llewellyn's 2022 tarot calendar they stop publishing it, I'm good. I won't make a petition. I won't do any of that. I won't boycott them. None of that. I will be at peace because they will have had a tarot annual that lasted longer than 4 years. And I must tell you that I am very embarrassed at the condition of the 4 Llewellyn's tarot readers that I have, because they look very nasty looking. They were subjected to various things, all beyond my control, and they look nasty. But I'm not throwing them away because they're out of print. They're massively out of print. So even though they look nasty, you know, I have plenty of latex gloves and you know, all that comes down to it and whatever. So, but I'm still keeping them. As disgusting as they look, I'm still keeping them. So yeah, so please, and keep in mind this has already been published. All of Llewellyn's annuals are usually published between July and August. So all the almanacs for 2021, all of the wall calendars for 2021, the daily planetary guides, the spell a day almanacs, all of those have already been published, if they have not already been published already. Because it's usually July and August when Llewellyn Publications publishes their annuals for the following year. So all of the 2021 annuals, either they were published last month, they were already published this month thus far, or they will be published before the end of this month. Pardon me, which is August of 2020 rather. Let me take a sip of my seltzer for a moment, because I've been talking non-stop. Yeah, so definitely please buy this calendar, because I really would love to see this calendar being published again. And we'll see what happens. So that's what we have to look forward to in 2021. And of course, all of my Llewellyn's 2021 Tarot Calendar videos will have this image as the thumbnail. And I will have my awesome audiovisual person do one last close-up of the cover of this calendar. And I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm going to have him do a close-up of the back of the calendar. I feel like Vanna White. Would you like to buy a vowel? Anyway, so YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings of love and life, money and magic. Have a beautiful evening. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have an amazing rest of August 2020. And I look forward to seeing you soon. And stay tuned for the... Oh, I almost forgot. And please like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and schedule your session. Thank you. Good night. Stay tuned for the next video.